Global War 36 enthusiast here with Operation Octopussy. Turn 8.1, Germany. It is January 1940. Did I advance that up? No, okay, right. It's January 1940. Germany has 4 tech rolls. First, I tried for advanced mechanized infantry at a 7 or higher. PB generated a 2, so I failed. Second, I tried for improved factories at a 7 or higher. PB generated an 8, so I succeeded. Advanced to stage 2. Third, I tried for long-range aircraft at an 8 or higher. PB generated an 11, so I succeeded. Fourth, I tried for improved logistics at an 8 or higher. PB generated a 1, so I failed. Let's go to purchases. Boston Bruce said I had 48 because France conveniently forgot to collect its 10, but really I do have 58. I had 59, I lost 1 from convoy raiding. So I will purchase 4 militia for 8, 9 infantry for 27, that's 35, 2 airborne infantry for 6, that's 41, 2 marines for 8, that's 49. I will advance the battleship to stage 2 on the build queue for 6, that's 54, and I'll lend-lease 1 infantry to the Spanish nationalists for 3. That brings me up to... my math is wrong. I said 54. With the 6 for the battleship, it's 55. And then lend-lease 1 infantry to the Spanish nationalists for 3. That brings me up to 58. All right. Boy, I made a lot of mistakes last turn. I caught most of them and pinned them. But there was a mistake that I made with the units that I blitzed into, or I attacked into Belgium, and then I blitzed them into Picardy. Initially I had set up to have a fighter and tactical here, and then I thought, oh, I'll switch those two and have my tactical go here, because then if I get a target select, I'll get to pick a mountain infantry. Well, I shouldn't have done that. I should have stuck to my notes and sent the tactical up here, because only fighters and tacticals can accompany or pair with blitzing armor. So that was illegal when I sent my medium bomber in to follow on. But fortunately, I got enough hits and I didn't need it, so it didn't affect things. But I don't want people learning from me. Don't have medium bombers don't pair them with your armor. It's the tactical bombers that you want to send. Okay, combat movement. I'm going to be attacking Yugoslavia and Lithuania. And I think I've got those teed up nicely on camera here. Everything looks to be in frame. So from Eastern Germany, I'm going to have 1 fighter go 1-2, and it will have a move of 2 to get back. And then from Western Germany, I'll have another fighter go 1-2. Since it's at an airbase, it has a move of 3 to get back from Lithuania. Both of these guys are going to go back to Western Germany, so I'll have enough movement with both. From Eastern Germany, I'm going to have this fighter and this tactical fly down to Western Yugoslavia. 1, 2, 3, and they'll only have a move of 1. They're going to have to land in Austria, these 2 aircraft. All right, and then from Western Germany, 1 naval transport will leave port to A12, carrying 2 Marines. And they'll drop off the 2 Marines in Lithuania. So hopefully he'll miss with that shot at 2. I was initially thinking about bringing my battleship, but I think I'm just going to keep it in port. From Western Germany, 1 medium bomber is going to fly down to Eastern Yugoslavia. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and it has a range of 3 to return. And 1 fighter from Hungary will fly down 1, and it'll have a range of 3 to return. These guys are going to go back to Bavaria, 1, 2, 3. So these guys are going to go to Austria. These guys are going to go back to Bavaria. From Bavaria, this strategic bomber will fly 1, 2 over to Paris, pick up an airborne infantry, and then fly 3, 4, 5-6 to Western Yugoslavia, drop that guy off, and it will have a range of 1 to land. It too will land in Austria. From Bavaria, 5 cavalry will move 1-2 to Western Yugoslavia. From Austria, 1 mountain infantry will move down 1 to Western Yugoslavia. From Austria, 1 cavalry will go 1-2 to Eastern Yugoslavia. And from Hungary, 2 infantry will move down into Eastern Yugoslavia. So I think those are all of my combat moves. We can now proceed to combat. I don't think that's fully, I don't think we're getting the top part there. I think we got everything on frame. All right, let's do Lithuania. So I've got 2 Marines at 2 and then 2 fighters at 2. 2 Marines at 2, got a hit right there. And he's got one at 2 himself. 12, okay, that's good. So take Lithuania. That's worth 1 with 2 Marines. And that makes Germany go to 46. All right, next we have Western Yugoslavia. All right, so I have 1 airborne infantry at 2, 1 mountain infantry at 2, and 5 cavalry at 2. I don't think there's anything special about any of these guys. I hope I haven't made a mistake, but I think that's correct. 7 at 2. 2, 4, 6, 7. I'd like to get 1 or even 2 hits. 2 would be a hit. Jinxed myself. None. Okay, that's not auspicious. And then I think I got 2 aircraft there. I've got the fighter and a tactical bomber. So fighter at 6. Hit and tactical bomber. Come on. Oh, shoot. Okay, only 1 hit. That is not good because he's got 4 units there. So he's got 2 at 2 because he's got the militia and the cavalry at 2. And he gets a hit. Rats. And then 2 at 4. Oh my God. Okay, so he got more hits than I did. So let's see. He loses the militia, or he might want to, I think he'd lose the militia. Yeah, that makes sense. And I have to lose 2 units. Well, definitely the airborne and a cavalry. Okay, let's see if round 2 can't go better for me. So I've got 5 at 2. One at 6. Hit. And 1 at 7. God. Ugh. Okay, so he has 1 at 2 and 2 at 4. Okay, that was nice. So he only loses 1, but at least he didn't hit me. So he's got the 2 infantry left. All right, I've got 5 at 2. God, how many? Let's see, I've rolled 17 at 2 without a hit. 1 at 6. Ugh. And 1 at 7. Come on, tactical for the first time. Oh my God, you suck. It's terrible. I think I didn't hit anything. Oh my God. 2 at 4. This is awful. Okay, that was lucky. Missed. Come on. 2, 4, 5 at 2. 1 hit. And 1 at 6. Hit. And 1 at 7. Okay, so I got 3 hits that time, which I only needed 2. All right, he's got 2 at 4. Oh my God, okay, that was lucky. Oh, that was brutal. That was very stressful. Let's see, so Western Yugoslavia is worth 2, so Germany goes to 48. Now we've got Eastern Yugoslavia, which I think is a little bit worse odds for me because I couldn't get as many units there. I thought Western Yugoslavia was going to be the easy one. Okay, so I've got 2 at 1 because I've got 2 infantry. Miss. I've got 1 at 2 with the cavalry. Miss. And then I've got the 2 aircraft. 1 is a fighter and 1 is a medium bomber. So here's the fighter. Hit. And here's the medium bomber. Hit. Okay, good. And then he has, oh, he's got 3 units. Okay, so he's got 2, he's got a militia and a cavalry, so those are at 2. Hit. And he's got 1 at 4. Miss. So 1 hit, that's what I thought, but now he's got another shot at 4. So I think I will take an infantry. And he's got an infantry left. So I've got 1 infantry at 1, 1 cavalry at 2, 1 fighter at 6, hit. All right, and he has the infantry at 4. Yep, hit. Well, a little bit worse than I predicted. I'll lose an infantry. But basically, fairly average. Maybe I lost 1 more infantry than I thought. So I barely take Eastern Yugoslavia with just a cavalry. I move up to 49, and that's the end of my combat moves. All right, non-combat movement. We're going to be making some moves with these subs here. From A27, 2 subs will move to A32. And from A19, 2 subs will move to A32. The Vichy are going to make a move. This sub in M1 is going to move to A46. Right down there with the Free French sub, or Free French destroyer that's on escort duty. And then from southern France, 1 naval transport will leave port, carrying 1 infantry and 1 artillery, and it will move down to M2, drop off the 2 in northern Algeria, and go in port in northern Algeria. And then this fighter from southern France will fly to northern Algeria. Okay. I'm not going to have any movements in Spain. I have to have my aircraft fly back. That's what I should show here. So the aircraft in Western Yugoslavia, they all had to go to Austria. And from Eastern Yugoslavia, they're going to go back to Bavaria, the fighter and the medium bomber. All right. And in Bavaria, that air transport is going to fly. It has a range of 7. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3 to Aquitaine. It'll pick up the airborne infantry, 4, 5, 6, 7 up to Western Germany. From Belgium, 2 infantry will move to Picardy. From Aquitaine, 1 light armor is going to strategic rail to Königsberg. Sure, I'm saying that incorrectly. Oh, from Lithuania, the 2 fighters have to go back to Western Germany. All right. Then I have 3 more rails. From Aquitaine, I will strategic rail move 3 medium armor to Warsaw. And then from Aquitaine, I will move 2 mechanized infantry and a light armor into Paris. All right. I think, let me double check and see if there's anything I missed here. I think that's all my movement. Oh no, I have a couple little sub moves up there in C-Zone A12 and A11. So in C-Zone A12, 1 coastal sub will move over to A11, and the submarine that's already in A11 is going to go in port at the sub base there in Western Germany. All right. Good thing I double checked. Placement of units. So in Eastern Germany, I'm going to put a militia, 2 Marines, and I feel like I'm missing something else. Is there anything else I'm putting in Eastern Germany? Nope, a militia and 2 Marines go into Eastern Germany. In Western Germany, I'm going to put 5 infantry. In Bavaria, I will put 2 airborne infantry and 2 normal infantry. I'll put 1 infantry over here in Warsaw and another one in Paris. The one in Paris I did off camera because I put it on the task force marker. So this leaves me 3 militia. One of them is going to go in Aquitaine. 1 will go in Paris. And 1 will go in Picardy. I advance the battleship to stage 2 on the build queue. And then I have my Lend-Leased infantry to the Spanish Nationalists. It will be the 5th slot used in Bavaria, and it'll travel down to Basque Country. I guess I should get a yellow guy. That would make more sense. Okay. Let's do some recruitment rolls. Let me double check. Is there any other? Nope. Okay, so Germany is going to align Romania. And the reason that's important is I've got it teed up to for the Soviets to get a PBE for peacetime income increase. To get a D12 peacetime income increase because of Bessarabia here becoming German. You need a motorized, a fighter, and another infantry. So that will make Germany go up another 3. So that'll make me go up to 52 with Germany. I should get out a couple of rondels. All right. Yeah. So sorry, they're seeing things that I forgot, like I forgot. Have to get out these guys. Okay. Now we have teed up a Vichy recruitment roll. I need a 2. Spanish recruitment roll. I need a 7. And then hopefully I get a 1 with the Russian. Well, pretty much. I got a 2. The Russians increase by 2 for their D12. So they only go up to 21. Got lucky there. We just got brutalized with the Americans rolling a 12 for their peacetime income increase. That was boy, it would have been great to have a 1. The Spanish succeed with a 7, but the Vichy fail with a 6. So I'll get another infantry with the Spanish. Okay, that brings me up to 5 there in Madrid. Disposition of forces. Let's see if we got everything teed up. Let's do Spain. Okay, so in Galicia, Leon, I have a heavy cruiser and a naval transport in port and a fighter. In Basque Country, I have an infantry. In Madrid, I have 5 infantry, 2 militia, a cavalry, and an artillery. Down in C-Zone A46, I have a Vichy sub. In northern Algeria, I have an infantry, an artillery, and a naval transport in port, and I also have a fighter. In southern France, the Vichy have 2 infantry. In Aquitaine, I have a militia. In Paris, I have a militia, an infantry, 5 mechanized infantry, 1 light armor, 3 medium armor. In Picardy, I have 1 militia, 2 infantry. In Alsace-Lorraine, I have an infantry. In Bavaria, I have 2 infantry, 2 airborne infantry, a fighter, and a medium bomber. In Austria, I have a fighter, a tactical bomber, and a strategic bomber. In Western Yugoslavia, I have a mountain infantry and 4 cavalry. In Eastern Yugoslavia, I have 1 cavalry. In Romania, I have 3... Wait, is that 4 infantry? I worry I've made a mistake. Does Romania start with 4 infantry? Sorry for this delay. Let's see. Yeah, 4 infantry. Okay, 4 infantry, a cavalry, a motorized infantry, and a fighter. In Bessarabia, I have an infantry. In M10, I have a destroyer and a torpedo boat destroyer. In Warsaw, I have an infantry, 2 light armor, 3 medium armor, 2 artillery, and an anti-aircraft artillery. In Königsberg, I have a light armor. In Lithuania, I have 2 Marines. In C-Zone A12, I have a naval transport. In Berlin, I have a militia. In Eastern Germany, I have a militia and 2 Marines. Okay, Western Germany, I have 5 infantry, 1 airborne infantry, 2 fighters, an air transport, a seaplane, a coastal sub in port, and a fleet sub in port. Plus, I also have a light carrier, a battleship, a battle cruiser, a coastal defense ship, 3 destroyers, 2 torpedo boat destroyers, and another naval transport in port in Western Germany. A collect income. So Germany's at 52, plus I get 3 for Sweden and 3 for Romania. That brings me up to 58. Is that correct? I think that's everything. 58 for Germany, which is what I started the turn with. Let me just double check my notes if there's anything I'm missing as far as income. Yeah, I think that's correct. All right, next up is Silk with 8.2 CCP and 8.3 USSR.